Columbia Pike has reached her bicentennial year, and the community will be celebrating all year long. We attended the kickoff event at Arlington Salsa Room.
Tonight we're having a kickoff celebration for Pike 200, which is celebrating the fact that Columbia Pike is 200 years old today. In 1810, Congress passed a law chartering a company to build the Columbia Turnpike, and shortly after that it was built, and since then we've had 200 years of Arlington history and U.S. history on the Pike.
Whereas the Columbia Pike was authorized by Congress on April the 12th, 1810, whereas the 4th President of the United States signed legislation authorizing Columbia Pike, and the 44th President recently met with students at Wakefield High School to start the school year, and whereas throughout its history, Columbia Pike has been on the front edge of the changes to the nation, while the communities surrounding Columbia Pike provide a home and a haven for local citizens. Now therefore be it resolved by the House of Delegates, the Senate concurring, that the General Assembly commend the Columbia Pike on the occasion of its 200th anniversary, and be it resolved further that the Clerk of the House of Delegates prepare a copy of this resolution for presentation to John Snyder, Chair of Pike 200, as an expression of the General Assembly's appreciation and acknowledgement of the rich historical legacy of the Columbia Pike. And I will also note, that this wonderful resolution was framed by a place along the Pike, Art and Framing Club, the business of the Pike. So congratulations, happy birthday.
One of the things that makes the Pike unique is that it is one of the most diverse neighborhoods really about anywhere. The Brookings Institution did a study a few years ago that called the 22204 zip code, which is centered on the Pike, the world in a zip code, because there are people from dozens of countries, from all over the world, many different languages spoken here. It's no surprise at all that as you walk along the Pike that you would hear 4 or 5 different languages in just the course of a few blocks.
Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. The time is drawing nigh. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. The time is drawing nigh.
Let me say that I've lived now most of my life, my entire adult life practically, here on Columbia Pike. And I've seen quite a few changes. This place continues to amaze me. If you go out on Columbia Pike and you wait at a bus stop, you may meet somebody whose family has been here since the time of slavery, whose ancestors may have been here as slaves, and through the generations fought for freedom and justice. And you may meet somebody right next to them who just arrived last week from a hemisphere away. You'll meet people of every walk of life. You'll meet somebody who is a lawyer and somebody who's a mechanic, an information technology specialist, whatever that is, or a day laborer, a nurse, or a soldier. People of widely divergent incomes, backgrounds, lives, and yet they all share this community. They live here. Their kids go to the same schools. They walk the same streets. They shop in the same places. They ride the same bus. When you think about what goes on in the world and all the places they come from and all the division and strife out there, it's pretty amazing what we've got here. Our world in a zip code has a lot to teach the world about how it can live. And as we look forward from the 200 years behind us to what will be going forward, I think we want to remember that the idea here is not just to take a snapshot, not just to preserve this moment, but to find out how we can ensure that it will be the continuing future of Columbia Pike. That's what this is really all about. It's about looking forward as much as it is about looking past. And so, with confidence that the next 200 years are going to have as much to celebrate and more as the last, let me just say, happy birthday, Columbia Pike. Thank you.